how many years does it take to succeed as a transformational coach? So if you're watching this video, you're probably interested to become a coach of some sort. For me, transformational coaching is the highest form of coaching because it's just amazing. And all effective coaching, in truth, is actually transformational, because to transform in coaching means to enable somebody to unlearn what they think they are, think they're not, and other views they have of themselves in the world, break through them, and then be able to create new ways of thinking and being, and thus access a completely new future. Now, how long does it take to become successful as a coach? If this is something you'd love to know, then stay tuned. I am Dan Warburton, a transformational coach who's known for having enabled thousands of entrepreneurs and business owners to succeed in extraordinary ways. I've also got web spaces full of testimonials backing this up, and I'm often invited to speak to audiences of thousands around the world about what transformation makes possible. I now get to live an extraordinary lifestyle, and I want you to be able to experience the same. So how long does it take to become successful as a transformational coach, or as a mentor? Well, many factors come into play. Firstly, how badly you want it and how committed you really are to doing this plays a big factor. Secondly, it's how much self-development and transformational work you've actually done on yourself. If you haven't done any self-development and you've been in, I would say, a very comfortable kind of routine, like you've been in an employment where you haven't been possibly challenged much, and you've had a routine and you've just been going round and round and round in it, and you're in a place where you're not particularly satisfied in life, you're not succeeding financially particularly well, then it's highly unlikely that you can become a successful coach quickly. Doesn't mean that you can't, but you're going to go through a lot of trainings, a lot of trial and error in trying to coach and guide people into becoming successful. So on the other hand, if you've got a lot of life experience, if you've got a lot of business experience, if you've been in if you've been in a lot of high stress environments, if you've been under a lot of demand consistently for years, and you've delivered and been able to hit extraordinary results, and you've got to a point where you're able to be demanded of really intensely, whilst not arguing, not losing your temper, being peaceful, then it's quite likely that you've got some good life skills and basic foundations to be able to succeed much faster as a coach. So how long, if I was to actually give you a time? Now, I worked with a lady called Tina who was a hairdresser, and she just simply loved speaking to people and she loved helping people. Now, all of us have something to teach. All of us have something that we can guide others in. I'm not saying that, you need to have some kind of a special thing to become a coach. You just need to find people that are in a worse situation than you, or that you have had experience in solving things that they're currently dealing with, that right now they're pre-dealing with them, if that makes sense. So there's always something that you can teach or guide someone else in. Now, this client of mine, Tina, she really enjoyed speaking to people, and she was a hairdresser, but she wasn't doing enough. She wanted to do more for people. So together she created herself as a beauty coach, somebody who specializes in enabling women in how to do their hair, their nails, how to get their makeup looking good, and then she'd go shopping with them, help them pick out outfits, and then she'd teach them how to dress themselves up in the morning and the day, how to get dressed up, and then walk into work, and how they would feel at work, how they would feel moving around a space. And she actually was able to create some high-paying clients in just 90 days, just 3 months. So that's how fast it can happen if you've got the right guidance and the right coach and mentor that can enable you to do that. Another one was Liz Davies. I enabled her to become a miracle coach. She's now got a full practice of coaching clients. Liz loving it and earning really good money. I've got a series of other people that I've empowered and enabled to become coaches, and Most of them did it within 3 months to 6 months under my guidance, and that was absolutely going for it, super laser focused, and only taking actions to really fulfill and become those things. If you were to try and become a coach on your own, it could take years. I mean years. 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, and also that's very much depending on your life skills and confidence in speaking to people and holding people to account. If you lack in self-confidence, it could take years and you might never make it as a coach because you won't get the results quickly enough that will pay you. You'll just feel dissatisfied, fed up, annoyed, you're not getting the results and you just give up. That's quite often actually what happens to most people who commit to becoming a coach. So if you learned something new in today's video, then go and share this video with other people who also are interested to become coaches, who are thinking about becoming a coach, because in this series I literally break down what it takes to become a coach, and this is from my own experience as somebody who's now highly successful as a coach. I'm now traveling the world, I get to coach the most powerful and incredible people, and I really enable them to elevate their lives to completely new levels, and I'm becoming well known for that, so much so that I get invited to speak on stages about transformation and coaching and what it really makes possible. So do hit that like button if you learned something new, and do subscribe if you're interested in this series and in some other series, including a new series that I've launched now called Money Mondays. So remember, dream the dream, choose the dream, live the dream. Cheers.